We've got 2 home games today that will definitely test our mettle as a top side, but get through it with 4 or 6 points, and I will be very, very pleased. Hello there folks, it's TIJ and welcome to episode 3 of season 6 of Conquering the Euro on Football Manager 2019 with Juventus, and today we play a home game against Roma in the Serie A, followed by a home game against Manchester City, obviously playing our second leg technically against Manchester City in the Champions League. We've only played 1 game since I've last been with you on Thursday, which I obviously apologise for there not being a video on Friday. I was just so busy in the last few days that I haven't been able to do anything. And apologies about the green screen not being fantastic as well today. I am recording this at night. I've found a partial solution. I hope you can excuse the background being a bit poor, to be honest. But I don't really know what to do about that at the moment. But onto the FM regardless. We've got the game against Roma. We actually had quite a poor result in the last match, really. In a match we should have won against Brescia. We were 1-up until the 79th minute. Then Xadas scored for the home side. We couldn't get back into it. And Sterling's effort, which is the first goal for the club in proper competition, and that was ruled out. But today we got Roma again. It's a big game. In the past meetings aren't in our FM career with Juventus. The past meetings do suggest that. Over 13 games, actually, we've got quite the measure of them. But they have beat us 3 times in 13 meetings, so it's not all positive for us. And then obviously we play Manchester City, who we did play a few weeks ago, did we? No, we haven't actually. Oh, I thought we played them. Funnily enough, though, we were in the same group as them last year in the Champions League. But we were beaten by them both times last year. We've only played 2 games in the Champions League against Leipzig and Brescia. And it's not looking particularly good, really. We have that loss against Inter and then 2 draws. So we definitely need a win against Roma and possibly a win against Manchester to get us out of this little rut we've got at the moment. But the team who start today is as follows. Szczesny starts in goal with Gaspar, Matip, Lopez and Breca at the back. I think we are going to actually put Senesi in for Lopez at the back here. And then we've got Silva and Mount starting in the midfield, with Raheem Sterling and Latardi starting on the wing, with Andone, who has only scored 2 so far. Funnily enough, Costa is our leading goal scorer in the league, I think, with Jovic scoring a little bit more in the Champions League. But it's a big game for us today against Roma. If we don't come out with a win, that is a little bit worrying. But what I didn't show you, I will show you now, is that the league is quite tight. We can make serious ground up today if we can win. A team that were unbeaten, they've won 7 out of the first 7 was Milan, and they've actually lost to Palermo today. So though it looks like if we can win today's game, that we go within 2 points to the leaders, which is brilliant. And those are also obviously Napoli and Milan. And particularly Milan we want to keep up with, particularly because they've won the last 3 Bundesligas. But of course, Roma are a decent side, but they've only won 2 out of the 7 games so far this year. But you can bet your bottom dollar they'll get a result against us today. But we'll give the lads a team talk, try and persuade them a little bit to just get on with it today. We are at home, that's obviously an advantage, and we are favourites for this one, but obviously that's not been the best omen in the last few games. But let's get into it anyway. Let's see how we get on. We might lose, we might win. I think we've got the measure of Roma. I think Roma are a side that people rate, but particularly the start of this season have been quite poor. What a ball that is from Gaspar. Through to Andone, who's one-on-one. He has the second go both times. It's poor shots from Andone. And that is not good enough. It's really not good enough from the striker we signed from Liverpool in the close season. But that isn't, as I said, that's not good enough. It's really not good enough. 2 bites of the cherry. The keeper saved it the first time, and it was a weak shot the second time as well. But we have had the most possession so far, but Roma seems to be coming back into the game now with 56% of possession. That's actually growing the deficit between us and them, but no chance for them that's been clear-cut so far, it seems. We've had 4 of our shots on target out of the 5, but they haven't had any shots on target so far. But a highlight would certainly be nice. What I've noticed about Italy, compared to all the other leagues, is that there's not particularly much action in any of the games. Like, we had the 7-goal thriller with Inter, but it seems that a lot of sides are quite defensively compact, and you can only sort of score 1 or 2, whereas in the Bundesliga and the Premier League, you could go silly and score 4 or 5. But unless you've got a side like Inter Milan, who don't defend a lot of the time, you know, like they're an attacking side, you have defensive sides that only concede 1 or 2. But we've scored another one, Raheem Sterling. It seems to be on a little bit of a run now after scoring his first one against Brescia. And it's a nice combination, to be fair, between the right-back, Gaspar, a nice pass from Mason Mount initially into Sterling, and it's pretty much a volley. It is. He hits it on the volley, wrong foot to the keeper, and that's very nicely into the corner. And hopefully at half-time, we will be 1-0 up. That's nice and secure, but we haven't had the most possession, which is a little bit worrying, to be honest. But Hopefully we go into half-time 1-0 up, and it'd be even better if we could make it 2-0 up. A brilliant ball finding space, Latardi for Raheem Sterling. Can he turn assist maker into Andone? Andone to Jovic, and Luka Jovic scores the second goal of the game. We should go in at half-time 2-0 up, and that just secures our lead a little bit more, and that's fantastic, particularly because we've had less possession. But the move definitely starts from that brilliant pass from Latardi. Sterling then pretty much did the rest. Pass it to Andone. Andone, to be fair, with big pressure on him, did the last move. He put it to Jovic, and Jovic with a very nice composed finish. And we should go in at half-time 2-0 up. So a very good attacking performance so far this half. And the defenders haven't been half bad either. Clearly, we've kept a clean sheet. But with 41% possession to be 2-0 up, I am rubbing my hands together at that. And I'm not expecting a drub in this half, but I am just expecting perhaps them to score 1 goal. Hence where we've gone counter-attacking. It does make sense because it seems we're losing most battles for possession. But Latardi's ran through, and within 20 seconds we're 3-0 up. We're in dreamland here. And just as we said before the episode, look, you know, we're not in the best of form at the moment. We are struggling a little bit. Latardi's gone on an absolutely crazy individual run from here and has managed to run through the Roma defence and make it 3-0. And Roma have been a little bit of a shambles. I mean, Latardi way too quick for any of them. Again, the goalkeeper, Farron, is quite poor in that situation. And amazingly, we are 3-0 up. For some reason, the sound's gone a little bit lower than usual. Just noticed that on OBS. So I'll apologise if it's a little bit lower than usual. That's gone back up now. But as you can see from the ratings from the team, it's been a good overall team performance. And that may well improve here. Gaspar into Andone. Andone, no, not quite. But they clear the ball, which straight back to Adrian Silva, who's been the deep line playmaker for today. A good role, it seems, he's playing. Latardi again. Can he make it his second pass into Mason Mount? Mount with a shot this time. And he goes close, but not quite getting there. We are going to bring Sterling off, though, now, just in the case. He has got a yellow card. You never know what might happen. And, of course, we would love to play him against his former team. That would be an absolute dream. Yeah, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it? Against City, and particularly if he scored. And we also are going to bring off Jovic for Diego Costa. It seems that Jovic is getting a little bit tired. And, again, we do want to save him for the big match against City next week. But it seems like this one's pretty much a foregone conclusion. I'm not going to say that yet, because weird things have happened, but we've played really well today. You know, we've been quite composed. There's a little bit of a threat from Roma early on, but it doesn't seem like that's been too threatening, believe it or not. But a good pass to El Shaarawy on the right-hand side. I wonder whether he can compose this, but a great block from one of our defenders. It now goes to Costa. I'm not really sure why he's that far back. Under pressure there from Gedson. Mason Mount's forced to find Latardi on the left. It's a brilliant pass, by the way, to him. Some brilliant passing being done, particularly by our lads today. Brilliant creative passing. It's one Costa to another. Costa cuts inside, and Andone, amazingly, can't get to it. How is that possible? And Andone's been really unlucky today. Costa having the shot there, being fumbled by the tackling defender, and amazingly, Andone can't quite get there. It's a tough angle, albeit, but unbelievably, Andone misses a second, I would say, clear-cut chance. But can he actually get a goal on, I wonder? Costa, good header back to Latardi, who seems to be making everything today. What a cross that is to Douglas Costa. And the two wingers combine again, and the substitute makes it 4-0 to Juventus. This is really a commanding performance. Something I said earlier, well, sides do defend in this league. They don't attack too much, but clearly I am wrong here, or else Roma just got a rubbish defence. But what a brilliant performance it's been by us. What a brilliant attacking performance. And we are doing particularly well and dominating and certainly proving that Roma have got a rubbish defence. And Andone, poor lad. Another chance for Andone. They add 7.4 to his rating just to humour him, I think, a little bit. But no, he's been quite unfortunate today. He certainly worked hard, but hasn't been able to make any of his opportunities. Saying that, if we were 1-0 up or 1-0 down, I would be cursing Andone now because he's had 2 clear-cut chances. But in the case that we've only had 39% possession, somehow have managed to cap off a 4-0 win is quite unbelievable. It makes our position in the table a lot better. And if we can get a good run going up into that game, I think we've got Napoli in about 5 games' time, so you can win all those games, potentially by sort of the 13 or 14 game mark of the season. We will be top of the table, which is absolutely beautiful. And to be fair, if we can follow a performance like that against Man City, I don't think I could be happier. I did say Sterling would play, admittedly, but he's not. He's on the bench. I apologise for that. But we are playing against Man City at home today. We've made 2 changes. I think, actually, no, 3 changes. I do lie. Both the wingers are replaced. Again, high injury risk, so I've replaced both of them with Zueli, who hasn't made many appearances this year, but he's a youngster for us. And he has got bags of potential. And on the left wing, we have Douglas Costa, who netted a goal in the last game. And then Diogo Costa replaces Jovic up front. Might be a mistake playing Andone again after the last performance, but hopefully that's a good one today. It's a massive game against Man City. We've had 4 points from the 2 games in this one so far. So I do fundamentally believe that this one is possibly the biggest one we have had so far, the biggest game. If we end the game with 4 points, it puts us on the back foot. But if we end the game with 7 points, it gives us a real chance of qualifying. And within 2 minutes, Man City have put us on the back foot. Wow, there was no nonsense there, no taking the mick. Just get on with it. It seems from City. Good corner from De Bruyne, and it's a goal. But before the match, we were all on 4 points, and we're all on 5. But that changed very quickly, and I'm guessing Leipzig will have enough to beat Midtjylland today. So the pressure is on, certainly if we lose today, because we'll end up on 4, and the other 2 teams will end up on 7. What a ball that is from Gaspar, through to Andone, and Andone still can't score at close range. Jesus Christ. Good ball though from Silva, and Brecker misses the header, and that could have been a good chance there. We are going to demand more from the players in general. Again, we've played 15 minutes so far, and we're behind, not really showing any aspect of trying to get back into the game. Rather, Man City are saying that they're probably going to score the second before we get a goal, which is a bit worrying. But Phil Foden on the edge of the box. Nice seeing Englishman getting into their team. After, of course, our former player, back to Kevin De Bruyne, the playmaker. Still now, and what a shot that is from De Bruyne, but it's still over the bar. Amazingly, though, after 20 minutes, Leipzig still not took the lead at Midtjylland, which is interesting. The best result probably for us will be a draw today. I don't think we haven't got the mettle to beat Man City, but it's so weird, isn't it? After battering Roma 4-0, I know that City are better than Roma, but you know, not leagues above Roma, and it's not been the best performance so far. I mean, we're 42 minutes in. We haven't really had any real chance at goal, particularly. And as it says at the bottom, it's not been a classic so far, with just that header from Stones separating the 2 teams. We are going to bring Jovic on though for Andone. I'm worried that if we get another good chance that Andone might well mess it up, and I won't be able to contain my emotion if he does mess it up. But Zueli and Costa, both plural, not really offering too much yet, but we'll have to see what we do. You know, we've got plenty of time left. We'll just tell the lads to get creative, and hopefully we can stomach a goal out of it and make it 1 each, or even better, win the match. But City might have something to say about that, you know. Zueli on the ball. Good stuff from the winger, the young winger. Zueli runs across the pitch to make sure he gets it to his wing partner, Douglas Costa. And Costa into the box for Jovic. Can he make a difference? And Jovic's header is just over. Must have been quite close, because some of the fans were celebrating it like it was a goal, apparently, but not quite there in the back of the nets. But a little bit disappointing. We've got 50-50 in terms of possession now, so it seems we've worked it back a little bit. We're just a piddle on our bonfire, I feel like now. I feel like City might score. Arthur to Dybala. Dybala on the ball to Foden. Foden shoots. What did I say? City are 2 up. We're just not that good, unfortunately, to face a team like City. I mean, you know, 5-6 years ago in real life, yeah, we would have been. But, you know, we finished 4th last year. We haven't got the best team in the world, and teams like City might just be a step too far for us. But we're still going to have to get into the game. We can't be like that. We can't be all moody and down. But a good ball from Zueli to Jovic. Whether he'll get to it or not is a question. Marquinhos solidly gets it out to Leroy Sané, and this may well be 3-0, seen as the number 9 Dybala is in plenty of space. But Sané's going to go it alone, puts it back to Dybala, to Asensio. Our defence just don't know what to do, and Asensio runs through the defence and basically makes look like rubbish, to be honest. And we're an hour in, and as I've said before, we haven't had any hint, any sniff at actually offering anything to this match, which is really disappointing. We are going to bring Sterling on there to see if he can change anything. It'd be brilliant if he could, obviously. He's going to play as a winger, as is Douglas Costa. And if we can score the goal to put us back in it, that'd be brilliant. But if City get a 3rd here, the game will be well and truly ticked off. Dybala with the shot, good block, but Sané with the 2nd shot, and that's blocked brilliantly again by the defenders. But defence isn't going to be enough at this point. We've got to attack, and attack well. So we're going to try and put some, maybe if I can actually speak, some direct passing on, get it distributed nice and quickly, and yeah, get on with it basically. Make sure we get it up the pitch, get it to our strikers in the best position to get a goal or 2 to get us back into this game. Sterling's lost that one, and what on earth our number 28 was doing there to give Phil Foden the ball on a plate, I really don't know. And now they've got a one-on-one. Dybala up to Szczesny, solid stuff from Szczesny admittedly, and a good clearance from Matip. But that is really not what we needed. We're going to go very attacking, just try and get back into the game. I can't believe that the Leipzig and Midtjylland game is still 0-0. That's unbelievable. Looks like City are going to win this though now. I can't see us getting back into it. If we can get one here, we might be able to. Poor stuff though from there. Attacker Dybala. But can we get one back? Jovic really on his own at the moment. Jovic still on the ball. Holds it up a little bit for Sterling. Sterling into the box. No, it's blocked. And now City have another counter-attack. We've really not offered anything today. It's really disappointing. Seeing as we won 2-0. We've seen both sides of the spectrum. A brilliant save from Szczesny denies the third. But it could really be 4 or even 5 here. And that's not a great thing or a great sign at all. Particularly as in the in the round of 32, round of 16 in this competition, you're arguably facing strong opposition like City, who over 2 legs will be able to do us, it seems, at the moment. And after scoring 4, as I've said, we've seen both sides of the spectrum. We haven't conceded there again. If we can get one back, that'll be brilliant, just for the goal difference sake. Good pass from Costa up to Jovic. Can Sterling score a goal against his old team? Sterling in the box, shoot, it's just wide, hits the post, and agonisingly goes back out. But I think that'll be about it today in the Champions League. We suffer our first Champions League loss. As I say, 4 points from the 3 games. And at home, that really isn't good enough. But seeing as Leipzig drew, it wasn't that bad in the end. But if you have enjoyed that, folks, mate, I don't know why we've just gone off there, but we're back on again. If you enjoyed that, folks, make sure to leave a like on today's episode, comment down below, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. But apart from that, folks, thank you very much for watching. I've been TIJ, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.